Hi everybody. Let's see. Running a little late here today. Okay. Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm running a little late today. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm so sorry that I was running a little late today. I've been running around. I had a virtue class this morning, and then I had to do a quick grocery run, and now I'm home, and my kids just left the house, and sometimes it's hard to stay on track here. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're joining me today. We're going to be talking about sincerity. And I know some of you are new here, and some of you keep coming back, and I'm so happy to see you. I know Sylvia's new here today. If you want to let me know your names and where you're coming from, I'd love to see. My name is Dana, for anyone who doesn't know me. I live in New Jersey. I have a husband and two kids who are 4 and 7, a boy and a girl and a boy. The older one's a girl. And hi, Soraya. I love seeing your pictures every week. And yeah, so the weather's beautiful here, which helps a little bit. It's been a very heavy week, I'm sure, for a lot of people, and especially for your parents. I'm sure some of them might be angry or stressed out or sad or grieving or overwhelmed. So today I wanted to provide a little bit of upliftment and also talk about sincerity, because I think it matters so very much. Hi. Hi, Sylvia. Okay, so I know I jumped on here kind of late. I'm going to give us just a couple more seconds, then we'll get started. We usually start by singing We Are Drops, and then we'll sing a couple of Bahá'í prayers, and then we'll have a little chat about our quote today, and we'll end with some books and then an art project if you want to join us. So for the art project, I know I didn't send out the materials until way too late. Originally, I planned to do patience, and I changed it to sincerity. And so I kind of scrambled to figure out what we were going to do. But if you haven't collected your materials yet, we had our class earlier today cut out little hearts made from cardboard, which the kids are going to decorate, and we'll explain that. And my children actually used baking clay, which we haven't quite baked yet. This is like Fimo or polymer clay. You can put in the oven and it gets hard. So use whatever you have, as always. And I say this every week, if you know of anyone or you yourself can't afford any simple art materials, let me know. It can be private. You can send me a private message. Definitely send me a private message, obviously. And I will make sure that you can participate fully. Okay, so let's get started. We'll sing We Are Drops. So this is a call and response. Most of you probably know this song, right? Okay, it goes. We are drops of one ocean, We are waves of one sea, Come and join us in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. We are flowers of one garden. We are leaves of one tree. Come and join us in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. All the world is one country. Man is one. Can't you see? Come and join us in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. Okay, let's sing Oh God Guide Me. So I have hand movements for this one. I know there are so many different versions of Oh God Guide Me out there. And I'm hoping at some point we might be able to get some people on here to sing different versions with us. But today we're going to do the one that we've been doing every week. And it goes like this. You put your fingers up in the air. We're going to sing it 2 times, okay? So it goes, Oh God, guide me, protect me, make of me a shining lamp and a brilliant star. Thou art the mighty and the powerful. Here we go, we're going to do it again. Oh God, guide me, protect me, make of me a shining lamp and a brilliant star. Thou art the mighty and the powerful. Okay, should we sing So, So Powerful? This is my kid's favorite song. My husband just ran in, he ran upstairs. Okay, get your arms ready. Let me see those muscles. I know you have muscles. I can see them through the internet. I'm sure of it. Okay, here we go. So, so powerful, so powerful is a light of unity. So, so powerful is a light of unity, that it can illuminate the whole earth, that it can illuminate the whole earth, the whole earth. Let's see if we can do it a little bit faster this time. You ready? Get those muscles ready. Hi everyone who's just joining. We're going to say a couple more prayers, and then we'll talk about our quote, and we'll read our books, and we'll do an art project. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, let me see those muscles. So, so powerful is the light of unity. So, so powerful is the light of unity, that it can illuminate the whole earth, that it can illuminate the whole earth. The whole earth. Did you do it with me? I think I saw all those big muscles. Okay, the last one we're going to sing is Blessed is the Spot. And just like Oh God Guide Me, there are so many different versions of this. So let me, sometimes I mix up my versions, and so I have to think about what I'm singing beforehand. And this one I also have hand movements for. So we're only going to, we'll do it 2 times, just so that if you don't know it yet, you can do it with me the second time. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go, what version of Blessed is the Spot should I do? Blessed is the spot. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay. Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea and the island and the meadow, where mention of God hath been made, and his praise glorified. Ooh, and his praise glorified. Ooh. You ready? You'll do it again with me? Okay. Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea and the island and the meadow, where mention of God hath been made, and his praise glorified. Ooh, and his praise glorified. Thank you for singing with me. Okay, so we're going to talk about sincerity today. And I think this is an incredibly important topic. I mean, all the virtues are incredibly important, but the reason I want to talk about sincerity today is because I think it is incredibly important that we are sincere in our interactions and we are sincere in our relationships, and in forming our relationships with other people. So, the quote today is, "Let deeds, not words, be your adorning." And I know this is flipped backwards for you. I'm really sorry. I hate that Instagram does that. I wish they'd flip it the right way. But I want to go through this quote. Let deeds, not words, be your adorning. And what's so interesting about this is last week we talked about detachment. And the quote was, "Know that thy true adornment consisteth in the love of God and in the detachment from all save him." So that word, adornment or adorning, they go together, right? So when we talked about it last week, we said adorning was like, I thought adorning was more like something you wear, okay? So like jewels or gems or necklaces or your fancy clothing. It's what you choose to adorn yourself with, what you choose to clothe yourself in. And so for this, let deeds, not words, be your adorning. So let deeds, which are our actions, not words, which are the things that we say, be your adorning, what you dress yourselves in. So let deeds, not words, be your adorning. And I think this means make sure that your actions speak louder than words, right? Your actions speak louder than your words. You can say, I'm going to do something, but unless you actually do it, what does that matter? So when we talk about sincerity, we're talking about making sure that our intentions and our actions are honest with what we're doing. So we're going to read 3 books today, and I'm going to tell you the books. The first book is The Donkey Egg. Because what we're going to do is we're going to read these books and look at examples of animals or people who are sincere and who are not sincere. This one's called Wilfred. This one is called What is Given from the Heart. Okay, and so, but before I do that, I wanted to talk real quickly about something that I've been talking to my children about, and that is that grown-ups are dealing with a lot of stuff right now. The world is heavy right now. Not that it hasn't been, but it feels extra heavy right now. And I've been talking to my children about what their role is in the greater world right now. And so I have these conversations usually at bedtime with my 4-year-old and with my 7-year-old. And what my 4-year-old can handle is very different than what my 7-year-old can handle, which is very different than what a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old or a 14-year-old can handle. And so what we've been talking about is how their primary job right now, and they're privileged and fortunate to have this job, is to just be a kid, to collect and refine their virtues, to learn how to make deep, sincere, honest friendships. And that takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes lots of practice, because it's not easy right away. Their job is to be actively involved in the Bahá'í faith and to pray. So we've been talking about what it means to create deep, sincere, honest friendships with people that are like us and that are different from us, because that's the only way that we will attain world peace, right? And we know as Baha'is that we are told we will. We have to trust in that. So we're going to do the donkey egg. We're going to read the donkey egg. And I want you to think about whether the characters are being sincere in their actions or insincere in their actions, okay? Okay. Now this is kind of funny, but it has a really good message. And as I say every week, I love this book. And in fact, I love all these books. And I say that every week too, because I love children and I love books and I love you, and I'm excited to share these with you. Okay, let's go. This is starring Bear and Hare and Blanket and Fox and Donkey and an Egg. Let me get over here so you can see me better, see the book better. Can everybody see okay? I'm sorry it's all flipped. Up on the hill lived a grumpy old bear. His farm was a wreck and it needed repair, but Bear didn't care. He just slept in his chair and growled at his neighbors, Fox and Hare. Grrr. And here's Fox over here. He's got something under a blanket. I want you to think about Fox for a second. Let's see. Wake up, Bear, cried Fox. Can you see it? Okay. I know you want to turn this place back into a mighty fine farm, grow some mighty fine crops, and have a mighty fine life. But you need help, and I've got just the thing. Growled Bear. What thing? Ta-da! A donkey. That's not a donkey, cried Bear. Not yet, but it will be, said Fox. It's a donkey egg, a genuine, certified donkey egg, still green, has to ripen and hatch. That's where you come in. Keep it warm, safe, and happy, like a little mama bird on her nest. It will take time, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months. So be patient. Then, voila, a donkey. Do you think Fox is being sincere in his actions here? Do you think he really wants to help Bear with his farm? I don't know. As you know, Bear, lots of animals come from eggs. Chickens, dinosaurs, platypuses, alligators, a donkey. It's the truth. This egg equals a donkey. I can see it now. Your fields are plowed. Your house is painted. You and your donkey sitting on the porch watching the sunset. What a deal. It's a steal. Today, only $19.95. No way, said Bear. Fox sighed. Okay, I'll settle for that $20 bill. Sold. It's a done deal. Fox scooped up the cash, disappeared in a flash, and all that was left was Bear in his chair. And a gigantic green donkey egg. Do you think this is a donkey egg? I'm not so sure. And do you think Fox is being sincere that he really wants to help Bear with his farm? I don't think so. I think he's actually being insincere. That fast-talking Fox, muttered Bear. Now what am I supposed to do? Then he remembered, keep it warm. So like a big mama bird, Bear carefully sat. This way and that, he sat and he sat. Tickety-tock, clickety-clock, minutes passed. No donkey. Neighbor Hare had just begun his daily run when he screeched to a halt. Bear, you're out of your chair. I'm sitting on my donkey egg, growled Bear. What? Donkeys don't come from eggs. Yes, they do, cried Bear. Like dinosaurs, chickens, alligators, platypuses, even tortoises. I'm keeping it warm so it will hatch. Been sitting for a whole hour. No donkey. Well, you keep sitting and I'll keep running, said Hare. Got another race with Tortoise. Off went Hare, leaving Bear to sit. And sit, mustn't quit. Tickety-tock, clickety-clock, hours passed. No donkey. Oh, what do I do now? Then Bear remembered. Keep it safe. Bear cradled the egg and sang, Rock-a-bye donkey, my little one, ripen and hatch, there's work to be done. If there is danger, I will be there. You'll be my donkey and I'll be your bear. Again, Hare screeched to a halt. Halt means stop. Bear, you're rocking and singing in your chair. I'm keeping my donkey egg safe, replied Bear. Been rocking all day, no donkey. Well, you keep rocking and I'll keep running, said Hare. Gotta win that race. Off went Hare, leaving Bear to rock. And rock and rock. Rockety rock, tickety tock, clickety clock. Days passed. No donkey. Now what? Then Bear remembered. Keep it happy. He told Egg a tale of a girl and 3 bears. Could that be Goldilocks and 3 bears? Fables with tortoises, foxes, and hares. Bear acted out plays where he played every part again and again till he knew them by heart. Bear pointed his toes as he leaped through the air. He played peekaboo, hiding under his chair. For the 3rd time, Hare screeched to a halt. Bear, you're under your chair. I'm playing with my donkey egg, said Bear, keeping it happy so it will hatch. Been playing all week. Still no donkey. But there will be, Bear grinned, so you keep running and I'll keep playing. I'm going to hatch that egg and you're going to beat that tortoise. Seems like Bear's in a much better mood, huh? Giving all that affection to his egg. Off went Hare, leaving Bear to play. And play, night and day. Tickety-tock, clickety-clock, weeks passed, no donkey. Through wind and rain and snow, Bear stayed. He sang, he sat, he rocked, he played. He loved that egg with all his heart. Never was there quite a pair, Bear and egg, egg and bear. Do you think Bear's actions are sincere here? Does he truly care for this egg? Yeah, I think so too. He's giving it all his affection. And you know what? These actually take a lot of sacrifice. Staying awake, holding it for long periods, keeping it warm, snuggling it, giving all of his love and affection. Only napping here and there, Bear grew tired, really tired, really tired. He couldn't keep from falling fast asleep. Plop, roll. Oh no, shouted Bear. Help! Egg on the loose! Hare's ears perked up. Egg on the loose, Hare to the rescue, and the chase was on. It was Egg out in front, Bear close behind, and Hare bringing up the rear. Around the turn, Egg leading, Hare speeding, Bear stampeding. Across the road, Egg tumbling, Hare stumbling, Bear fumbling. Through the field, Bear thrashing, Hare dashing, Egg crashing. Crack! Oh no, what is it? It's not an egg. My donkey hatched, cried Bear. I've got him by the ears. Ouch, those are my ears, hollered Hare. Can't you see? It's not a donkey egg, it's a watermelon. But it can't be. Fox said it was a genuine, certified donkey egg. Fox, gasped Hare. You believed Fox? I guess Hare knows Fox is not sincere. Bear hung his head. He tricked me. Fox tricked me. No donkey egg, no baby donkey, no nothing. There wasn't a sound as Bear looked around, and there on the ground, guess what he found? Seeds. Bear had an idea. I've got work to do. Well, you start working, and Hare paused. Oh, who cares about that silly old race? What do you think Hare was going to say? Was he going to say, and I'll start running? But instead, for hours, then days, Bear and Hare tilled the land. They weeded and planted and watered by hand. For weeks, then months, the plants grew and grew. May, June, July, they were growing into watermelons. Watermelons everywhere. To market went Bear and Hare to sell those melons. And what did they buy? What do you think? Ta-da! Hee-haw, hee-haw. They bought a donkey with all the money they made from selling those watermelons. And look over here. Here's a fox. He sees the donkey. He's thinking, what? It really does turn into a donkey of the watermelon? Off ran Bear with Donkey and Hare to fix up his farm that needed repair. And all that was left was Fox sitting on a watermelon. Serves you right, Fox. You insincere jerk. Just kidding. But, so Bear was sincere in his actions towards the watermelon because he really, truly cared about it and he wanted it to hatch into a donkey. Hare was sincere in his interactions with Bear because when Bear found out it was a watermelon, Hare gave up his racing to help Bear and they became close friends, right? Their relationship was sincere. Okay, so now we're going to read about Wilfred. This one was given to me by, not me, it was given to my son by my nieces and nephew. Okay, here we go. Our story begins in a faraway place where there once lived a lonesome giant named Wilfred. Lonesome means lonely or has no friends. Wilfred was humongous and hairy, and the thing that he wanted most of all in the whole wide world was a friend. One day, Wilfred came across a little town with little people in it. These little people were very unusual. They didn't have a single hair on their heads, not even the ladies. In this odd little town, there were little bald children playing. You see Wilfred behind the barn? Oh, little people, I want to be friends. Wilfred wanted to join them, and so he did. And they all ran away. Ah, monster! All except one brave little boy who said to the big hairy giant, sit. And Wilfred did. Said the boy, stand on one foot. And Wilfred did. Play golf. And Wilfred did. Play the ukulele. And Wilfred did. Do my math homework. And Wilfred did. But look what this says. 3 plus 4 equals fish. That's not true. 9 minus 5 equals 13 over 16. 2 times 2 equals 22. He did his homework, but maybe not very well. Reenact the Battle of Waterloo. And Wilfred did. The little boy and the big hairy giant had so much fun that they decided Wilfred would come back the very next day. Oh, they became friends. Meanwhile, the little bald townspeople watched as the big hairy giant lumbered away. They wanted his hair too. They wanted hair too, and with winter coming fast, they wanted it soon. So the little bald people in the little bald town came up with a big and nasty idea. When Wilfred came back the next day, a few of the little bald people stopped him and told him that big hairy monsters were not allowed in their little bald town. If he wanted to visit, he'd have to stop being big or to stop being hairy. Since Wilfred couldn't stop being big, the only thing left for him to do was to stop being hairy. So the little bald people said he should let them cut off his hair, and Wilfred did. Doesn't seem fair or kind of them, does it? And it's also not sincere in what they're saying. Without his hair, poor Wilfred was too cold to play with the little boy. Instead, the big hairless giant went back to his cave. Hard to stay warm without hair. Winter came early and the snow piled up on the ground, while the little boy waited day after day for the big hairy giant to return. But Wilfred did not come back. The little boy couldn't understand why. He thought that he had created a friendship. Until one afternoon, trudging back into town, he was met with a big hairy surprise. Some of the little bald people in his little bald town were not bald anymore. They had wigs! When the boy asked where they had gotten all that hair, they replied, just from some big hairy monster. Oh no! Without his hair, the giant would freeze. The little boy had to help him. He ran back where he made giant mittens out of his blankets. See him cutting the mittens out of the blanket? He has two nice, huge Wilfred-sized gloves here. Then the boy went to find Wilfred. That night, a blizzard came rolling in with great blustery gusts and tossed the boy about like a little bald snowflake and carried away his giant mittens. Oh no! In the face of disaster and the danger of frostbite, the boy tried to stay calm. The snow fell and the wind blew through the night, and the next morning the town awoke minus one tiny member. The boy was missing. The town sent out a search committee. They looked and they looked and they looked for the lost little boy. Here's the town. Here's the people looking, and look what they found. Who's that? It's Wilfred. Until at last they found him, safe and warm, because in the night when the boy was lost, he had shouted, "Please save me!" And Wilfred had. The little townspeople felt sorry. This creature wasn't just a big hairy monster. He was a hero, and he needed their help. They covered Wilfred in blankets. Where can you see? Let's see. They covered Wilfred in blankets and made a big fire to help him get warm. Then they took all their wigs and sewed them back together into a great big hairy suit for Wilfred to wear. And that's how Wilfred came to have a zipper, a smile, and a very best friend. Here are pictures of them hanging out together. Okay, last one. What is given from the heart? Okay. All of these books will be linked in my profile link on Instagram. There's a link tree, and it has all the books that we've read in the past for different virtues, and also the ones that we're reading right now, along with some art materials that we've discussed, and all the videos that I pre-recorded. Live classes are also on there on YouTube if you want to check them out at your convenience. Okay, here we go. What is given from the heart? Okay. It was a rough few months for Mama and me. We were already poor, but we got poorer last April when Daddy went to sleep on the front porch and never woke up. Mama cried and cried because Daddy didn't have a suit to be buried in. Come June, we lost the farm and moved to a run-down shotgun house in the Bottoms. On Friday the 13th, it rained frogs, everything flooded, and Smitty, my dog, disappeared. Misery loves company, Mama said, shaking her head as she swept water out the back door. I hugged her up close, the way I always did when she was sad or I was scared. Long as we have our health and strength, we are blessed, James Otis, Mama said, trying to sound brave. But things didn't get any better. We got an early snowfall in November, and Christmas was skimpy, but we made it through to the new year. That beautiful little gift he gave his mama. Or maybe she gave to him, I don't know. For I realized February was upon us, with Valentine's Day just 2 weeks away. One Sunday, Reverend Dennis made an announcement during services. Just as we always do, we'll be delivering love boxes to needy folk in our community, he said. Irene Temple and her little girl have lost everything in a fire. We must add them to our list. Next week, bring whatever you think might be useful to them. Remember, what is given from the heart reaches the heart. What does that mean? What is given from the heart reaches the heart. It's given with sincerity and honesty and truthfulness. It will be received, hopefully, in the same way. James Otis, we need to help out, Mama said on the cold walk home. I came back with, how we going to do that, Mama? We ain't got nothing ourselves. Mama kept right on talking. Sister Bunch told me the daughter's name is Sarah. She's 7. 2 years younger than you. You can find a little bit of something for her, don't you think? I wasn't convinced. What do I have that little girl would want? Now, now, said Mama. Remember what Reverend Dennis said. What is given from the heart reaches the heart. That night, I lay warm and toasty under one of Mama's quilts. Still, it made me tremble to think about fire taking away I'm sorry, I'm having trouble reading this so close. Let me move further back from the book. That night, I lay warm and toasty under one of Mama's quilts. Still, it made me tremble to think about fire taking away what little we did have. What can I give Sarah to make up for all she's lost, I wondered. I considered the blue ribbon I'd won in the school spelling bee. The award was important to me, but it would mean nothing to her. I looked over at my beautiful sparkling rock, the one I'd found down by the creek. But how would that help Sarah? You can't eat a rock. Unable to come up with anything good, I pulled the covers over my head and drifted off to sleep. Come morning, I found Mama in the kitchen, busy sewing. I know if we had a fire, I would miss my aprons, Mama explained. So I've decided to make Mrs. Temple one. But Mama, you're using your white tablecloth, the only nice thing you have. James Otis, I'm stitching with a loving heart. My hope is that this apron will give as much joy to Mrs. Temple as the tablecloth has given to me. Mama's smile was a welcome sight. This made me study harder on what I could contribute. Maybe Sarah would like something to play with, like my whistle from Dexter Benson's birthday party. But my spit was all over it. What about my crayons? I drew so many pictures with them, even though the black, pink, and dark blue were missing. No way, I couldn't give her used crayons, and I couldn't give her my pencil that was just a nub and not much eraser left either. As time flew towards Valentine's Day, I fretted more and more. Fretted means to worry. I worried more and more. I considered giving Sarah a puzzle. It didn't bother me that 2 pieces were missing, but it might bother her. That wouldn't do. Not even with a bow on it. And neither would my capeless Superman Halloween costume. He's thinking really hard, huh? Then I remembered my book, Things That Roll. Mama had paid 10 cents for it at the resale shop. I read it every night until I'd memorized each word, and then I drew pictures of all the stuff that rolled. Sarah might enjoy my book, I thought. But maybe she didn't like trucks and marbles and such. Still, it got me thinking. I gathered my pencils, my crayons, and some paper and got busy. What's he working on? On the Sunday before Valentine's Day, we were off to church. Along the way, Mama told me, as usual, the trustees will deliver the love boxes to the homes of the needy, but Reverend Dennis has invited the Temples to receive theirs at Olive Chapel so they can meet the congregation. God, I love all the colors. The church was full. Mama beamed as she carefully placed the apron in the box. Do you know what it means to beam? It means to be so full of joy and happiness and light that you look like you're shining. She was beaming light. When we presented the Temples with their love box, filled with all kinds of clothing, tools, food, and toys, Mrs. Temple was overcome with emotion. The congregation shouted, "Amen." Even so, Sarah seemed sad and afraid. She clung to her Mama's arm and hid her face. I walked over to where they were standing. "Hi, Sarah," I said, sounding cheery-like. "My name is James Otis, and I'm pleased to meet you." "Same to you," she answered, looking at her feet. "Here," I said, handing her my gift. "I wrote it, drew the pictures, and put it together myself, just for you." Did he make that for her was he sincere in his intentions for making this for her? Yes. He thought so deeply about it, too. So considerate and compassionate of him. Sarah managed to smile as she stared at the book I'd made. Then, real slow-like, she read the cover. From My Heart to Your Heart by James Otis Petway. It's about a little girl named Sarah. And, don't tell me, she said. I want to read about myself by myself. I can't believe it, she squealed. A book about me. Then she covered her mouth to catch a giggle. Seeing little Sarah happy made me happy, too. I laughed out loud. I put some hard words in it so you can look them up. You sound like my teacher. Sarah pressed the book to her heart, closed her eyes, and whispered, "Thank you, James Otis. I will keep this book forever and ever." Walking home, Mama held my hand. "The Temples looked very grateful," she said. "I think we reached their hearts," I said. Mama nodded. "I'm proud of you, James Otis." "How come?" I asked. "'Cause you're you. In winter, night comes early. The sky was darkening, and it had started to snow. I stuck my tongue out to catch a snowflake as Mama spun joyfully round and round. Suddenly, Mama stopped. "Look, there's something on our porch," she said. I rushed ahead, and there it was. A love box had been delivered to us. And our hearts rejoiced. Our hearts rejoiced. Okay. So those are 3 examples of sincerity versus insincerity, right? The fox was insincere. The bear and the hare were sincere in their interactions. Wilfred was sincere, and so was the little boy, but the townspeople, when they told him that he couldn't come in unless he was smaller or hairless, were insincere in their intentions. And then sincere again when they gave him back his fur, right? But still. And in what is given from the heart, James Otis, oh my gosh, what a sincere little boy, huh? So what I thought we could do today is I wanted you to think about, sorry, my brain's in different places. I wanted us to think about what it means to be sincere with other people. And when we show virtues to people and to friends, sometimes sincerity can take a little bit of courage because maybe we don't know how someone's going to receive it, or maybe someone misreads our sincerity and our intentions, and that's okay because maybe they have a right to, or they have a reason to, or maybe they've been wronged before. But this sincerity matters. It matters in our interactions, and it matters in forming deep relationships with people. Because if we can't be sincere, then we're not trustworthy. Okay, so my kids, I asked the kids this morning to make little tokens. And just like they made in What is Given from the Heart, they made love boxes. I thought we could make little love tokens. And what I thought we could do with these love tokens is decorate them however you want to make them look beautiful. And then think of someone you care about deeply. It can be anybody. It can be family members. It can be close friends. It can be strangers. Maybe you care deeply about strangers even though you don't know them. And we're going to give these love tokens away to people that we sincerely care about. So use what you have, as I always say. If you have cardboard, then by all means, cut out little heart cardboard. My kids used polymer clay. And this is clay that can be cooked in the oven. So they're going to cook them in the oven, and then they're going to mail them to people or leave them out or deliver them to people. If you have just regular printer paper, you can use that. These are kind of like little love notes. I know we do a lot of love notes here, but right now that's all I can think about because I want people to know that we care about them and we're thinking about them. So you get your materials ready if you want to do it with me. If not, you want to do it separately or on your own time, that's okay too. If you're willing to share them with the rest of us, send your pictures to me and I'll post them. Or tag Bahá'í Virtues class and I'll try and repost it. But if you want to stay here with me while I work on a couple, you're welcome to join me. I'm going to use the cardboard hearts that I cut out, and I'm going to use these quickie sticks, which I've talked about in the past. But you can use paint, you can use glitter, you can use crayons, you can use pencils, colored pencils, whatever you have, whatever you want to use, okay? There's no going wrong here because our intentions are to make things for other people, okay? So let me get working over here. It's a little bright over here. I'm thinking I might need to move. I'll show you what I'm working on right here. Oof. See if I can tilt this down. Sorry, guys. I'm not so tech savvy here. All right. See it? Yeah, you do. Okay. So, I have a light here. Maybe that'll help with our visuals. Okay. So this one was already decorated, probably by my 18-month-old niece who was here earlier today. And again, if you want to take a quick look at these ones for inspiration, I know this is a different material, but you can use them for inspiration, right? These ones, actually, we're going to make into earrings, and my daughter's going to give them to one of her school teachers. Let her know that we're thinking about her and we love her. And then, you know, rainbows, colors, whatever you want to do. I kind of want to go get some glitter because I'm kind of feeling the glitter today. But I'm going to start with these quickie sticks. These are temper sticks. I don't expect anyone to have them, but if you do have them, they're awesome. I love them. I use them a lot with my kids, especially my 4-year-old. But we kind of did something very similar to this when we did our love robots because we decorated hearts. I've been trying to come up with activities that are possible with limited resources. And since a lot of people are getting packages in the mail, I figure maybe cardboard is accessible, right? This one's out. So I'm going to, I don't know, I always tend to just like start on the outside and move my way in. But I think maybe for the next one, I'm gonna give it a little rainbow action. And I might have to come back afterwards and do some detail work, maybe with like a Sharpie or a paint pen, I'm thinking. I'm not really sure. You guys are so creative. I can't wait to see what you make because whatever you guys make always comes out so beautiful. Beautifully, I guess I should say. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this color. A little pink. Little pink action here. Go a little orange. Okay. I don't know about you, but I love receiving mail. And it's kind of a lost art form these days, right? Maybe it's making a comeback with the virus, but emails or text messaging, it's so much quicker. But receiving actual mail in the mailbox, things that are colorful and decorated, and you know that someone's put time and energy and effort into it is so uplifting. It just makes me so happy. So if you guys are interested, you should try sending these to in the mail to somebody maybe. I know we're going to be doing that with our little with our other ones that the kids made. Or, you know what you could do? If you love your mailman, you could leave one for your mailman or mail person, mail woman, whatever you have, if it's a mail woman or a mailman, and let them know how much you care. All right, how's this? That's inspired by my daughter. She loves rainbows. A little purple over here too. Okay guys, I'm gonna let you keep working and I might make a few more on my own here. I'm actually going to go and record a lesson for next week. Next week, I'm not gonna do a live class, but I will post a video that will be live in time for 2:30 on Sunday. I think I'm going to do a very quick, simple lesson on race unity for the younger set. And there will be an art project associated with that too. I'll make sure that all the materials are added early in the week. So if you want to fully do it and participate, you can. It's going to mainly be talking about skin color. It's not going to be talking about racial justice so much as it's going to be talking about the fundamental value that we are all worthy and spiritual beings. So if you'd like to watch that, I will post that. I'm going to actually go record it right now. And if not, you don't have to watch it. And I will see you next week or the week after if you're interested in coming back. So thanks for joining me today. If you're still here, send me what you make. I want to see it. I love you all. Bye.